Keeping students engaged with math practice at home or in the classroom often turns into a struggle over screen time. But you can bypass the tablets completely with two simple tools: a standard deck of playing cards and a single six-sided die. These are the only components you need for Fly High, Fly Low, a fast-paced game that takes basic place value concepts and turns them into a direct strategic competition. To get started, gather your deck of cards, that six-sided die, and a piece of paper with some pencils to keep score. You will need at least two players to compete against each other. One of those players, or a third person, will also act as the designated dealer for the rounds. Putting physical objects in the player's hands shifts place value practice away from filling out repetitive worksheets and turns it into active, tactile decision-making. Step 1 is prepping the deck. Sift through your cards and remove all the tens, jacks, queens, and kings. You only want the single digits for this game. The aces stay in the deck, and they represent the number 1. Now, the dealer shuffles the deck and hands exactly 4 cards face down to each player. Players look at their own hands. Their goal is to arrange these 4 cards in any order to form a single 4-digit number. Here is the core tension. Players have to build their numbers without knowing what the winning condition for the round will be. You don't know if you want the highest possible value or the lowest. Because of this, players must commit to their arrangement. They lock in their decision by writing their chosen 4-digit number on the score sheet before the dealer reveals the goal. Forcing players to commit blindly requires them to assess probability. They have to decide if their hand is better suited to risk building a massive number or play it safe and aim low. Once all the numbers are written down, the dealer rolls the die. This single roll determines the winning condition for everyone. The rule is simple. If the die lands on an odd number, the player with the largest number wins. If it lands on an even number, the player with the smallest number takes the point. Let's look at this flyer to see how scoring works. Player 1 draws an 8, 3, 2, and an ace, forming 8,321. Player 2 gets 7, 5, 3, and 2, forming 7,532. The dealer rolls a 3. Because 3 is odd, the largest value wins. To verify the winner, we compare the thousands place. Player 1 placed an 8 in the thousand spot, while player 2 placed a 7. 8,000 is greater than 7,000, earning player 1 the point. The die roll ensures that players are rewarded for correctly identifying which physical position in their sequence holds the most mathematical weight. After scoring, discard the used cards from the round. The dealer passes out 4 fresh cards to each player to start the next round. If you run out of cards, simply reshuffle the discard pile. Keep a tally on your score sheet. The player with the highest score at the end of exactly 10 rounds is the overall winner. You can easily adapt these rules for younger students. Start by dealing 2 or 3 cards to practice smaller digits, and remove the die completely so they only practice building the largest number. For older students, you can increase the complexity by dealing 5 or 6 cards, forcing them to compare numbers up in the hundred thousands. To adapt this for 5th grade decimal standards, keep the 4-card draw, but require students to place a decimal point somewhere in the middle of their layout before they lock it in. The basic mechanics remain the same, allowing the game to scale from teaching basic tens place logic to handling complex decimal comparisons. Fly High, Fly Low requires players to make rapid, repeated decisions about digit placement, keeping the pace brisk and the players focused. But the real educational value happens when you hit pause. Teachers and parents should frequently stop the game and ask the players to explain exactly why their number won or lost the round. Prompt them to use precise language. You want to hear them say, "My number is greater because I have a 9 in the hundreds place, and you only have a 4. When students have to look across the table and justify their math aloud, they internalize the rules of place value far better than they would tapping multiple choice answers on a silent screen. Grab a deck of cards and a die to try this out today. Let us know in the comments how many cards you used for your game. The most effective educational tools are often the simplest, especially when they provoke genuine human conversation.